everyone. Today I'd like to reflect on a short line from a Buddhist scripture called the Diamond Sutra, a line that gently but powerfully shifts the way we see our lives. The verse goes, "All appearances are illusory." In the original text, all forms are empty and unreal. At first, it might sound a bit depressing. Does this mean everything we work for, our goals, our careers, relationships, dreams, are all meaningless? But actually, this isn't a message of despair. It's an invitation to look more deeply. It's not saying that nothing matters, but that we suffer when we cling too tightly to things that are always changing. Let's take a closer look. We live in a world where success is everything. We study hard, chase degrees, prepare for jobs. We set goals and push ourselves because we believe that once we get there, we'll finally be okay. Maybe it's passing an exam, getting hired at a great company, finally achieving something you've dreamed of for years. But even when you get there, it often doesn't feel like enough. A new set of worries comes in: pressure to perform, competition, a fear of losing what you've gained. That's when this line from the Diamond Sutra quietly echoes. Everything you can see or grasp is ultimately impermanent. Success, reputation, status, recognition, they are all forms. They can be real for a while, but they don't last forever. And if you believe they define you, you'll constantly feel anxious and stay unstable. The same is true in love or relationships. You meet someone, you fall in love, it feels like everything. But over time, people change, feelings shift. Even the closest bond can evolve or fade. If we try to hold on too tightly, if we think this must never change, we suffer when it inevitably does. The Diamond Sutra doesn't say not to love or not to dream. It says love freely, dream bravely, but don't cling. Because clinging is what creates pain. Another line from the text says, "Let your mind arise without attaching to anything." This is the heart of it. You can have dreams, you can pursue your goals, you can give your heart to people and projects. But don't let any of it define your entire worth. Don't put your whole identity into things that can shift or disappear. For example, failing a test doesn't mean you're a failure. A breakup doesn't mean you're unlovable. Not reaching your original goal doesn't mean your life has no direction. Plans can change, careers can shift, even your passions might evolve over time. So, what matters most is not the outcome, but the clarity and honesty of your effort. The heart you put into what you do without getting trapped by what happens next. This doesn't mean we give up on life. Actually, it's the opposite. Knowing that things are impermanent allows us to live more fully, with less fear, with more freedom. Because when we stop clinging, we stop being afraid of change. And when we stop fearing change, we begin to live more presently, more peacefully. Everything will pass. This too shall change. That's not a sad thought. It's a truth that helps us let go and keep going. So when things feel unstable, or when you're holding on too tightly to something, a goal, a person, a version of yourself, just pause and remember. All appearances are illusory, but your awareness, your sincerity, your compassion, those are what carry real weight. Thank you for listening. Wherever you are in your journey, I hope you can walk forward with a soft heart and a steady mind.